Mitch Marner. The biggest fish in the free agency pool this offseason, and we're going to talk about him and the potential to bring him to the Carolina Hurricanes. Quick public service announcement before we get started. I'm in a subscriber war with the Greensboro Gargoyles, and if I don't beat them to 1,000 subs, they're going to eat me. So make sure to click that subscribe button down below. It's free. So I don't know what to think of Mitch Marner because I feel like there's such a high upside and then such a colossal downfall all in one player here.
I agree.
Is Mitch Marner, is he just the embodiment of the Toronto Maple Leafs?
Yes. Honestly, yeah. It's great regular season and then does nothing in the playoffs.
So, like the Canes, except worse.
Yes.
See,
it's like taking, a player that has the hype of like maybe Sebastianaho or like a top guy, something like that, and giving him like the goal scoring of Jesperi Kotkaniemi. He has 3 goals in like the last 7 years or something like that in the playoffs. It's how? What?
I don't know what to think of this because we have, okay, first of all, let me preface this. We have not signed Mitch Marner. Nobody has signed Mitch Marner, but there are about 3 teams that have been linked to be interested in him, and we are one of them. I've seen us. I think Anaheim is kind of out for now. Maybe they're still in it. I've seen Vegas in, and I've seen a couple others, but really Vegas and Carolina are the 2 big fish I've seen. Marner wants to play
for LA is pretty big too.
LA, okay, maybe it was LA that I saw, but why would he want to go to LA? LA is just like the West Coast version of the Maple Leafs. Huge market, first round exit every year.
Pretty much.
Call it what it is. But the more I've been thinking about it, the more I've been thinking about a change in scenery. Maybe this does bode well for Mitch Marner. Maybe all the pressure in the world of playing in Toronto is too much for him. And if he comes to a smaller market team like Carolina, he plays better. There's always the potential for that. And I think that's certainly possible for Mitch Marner.
I think there's always a possibility. However, it's the contract that scares. Money. He's looking, originally people were talking about him getting a $14 million contract for 7 years. Something around that realm. Which already $14 million is a lot of money. Like look at the likes of Connor McDavid or even Austin Matthews on the Toronto Maple Leafs. They're not getting paid that much money. Well, yes, the cap is going up.
McDavid will next offseason, but
McDavid will. Oh yeah, 100% because he deserves it.
Mitch Marner should not be making Leon Draisaitl money. That is insane.
I agree with that. The reason that I think it would make sense for some people to consider this is because of a length of a contract. If it was 7 years, you would be putting it down the drain up front, and then you might be getting some more like benefit out of it later. However, in recent days, we have seen more about the contract situation with Marner, and he's looking more for a 2 to 4 year bridge deal.
See, I've
seen
4 to 5.
Still asking for the same like average contract, maybe 13 to 14 mil. That's starting to look worse.
See, I think actually quite the opposite. I like the idea of a 3 to 4 year deal instead, because you're not tying him down super. The mistake we made with Kotkaniemi was giving him such a stupid long contract almost immediately. And you can afford to fix it because it's a less than $5 million contract. This is looking to be almost triple what Kotkaniemi is making. You can't mess this up. So if you do only go for, 2 to 3 to 4 years, and you do pay him the $14 million, then you're not going to be paying him that much more if he wants to stay in Carolina. If he wants to stay past 4 years, he can't ask for much more money. But if he stinks or doesn't fit well with the team or whatever, you're only committed for 4 years, and then you can kind of hit the reset there. Not saying that Mitch Marner is going to be bad in Carolina, because I think Mitch Marner's play will supersede wherever he's playing, but we've seen in recent years, unfortunately, how like superstar players tend to fare in Carolina, with the exception of Jake Gensel.
Yeah, the one difference that I see with Mitch Marner from the Kokeniemi situation is that Kokeniemi was an up-and-coming player at the time that we got him. He was not at his full potential. The difference with Marner is I believe he's 28 or 29 years old. So he's already to the point where, okay, we know what this guy's going to bring to the table. He's kind of hit his peak. This is what we're getting. So it makes it a little bit easier to kind of know what kind of player you're going to get, as you said. But is he worth the money that they're asking for? Is the term worth it? Even 2 to 4 years could look a little bit odd, a little bit off, especially next year, next offseason. You're going to have to sign a lot of big contracts.
Exactly.
And if you have 14 million sitting there, it's not going to look too good, especially if he's not aging well.
Let's think about the salary cap, though, because the salary cap is going up a lot this offseason. The salary cap will probably continue to go up a lot next season because the hockey projections are looking pretty good. New video coming out soon, guys, on why the NHL is at the bottom of the major 4 sports leagues. Make sure to stay tuned for that one. But, yeah, I mean, I think the salary cap is going to continue to go up. So maybe $14 million doesn't look too bad as long as he's produced efficiently. But, again, the big bugaboo here, he's got to perform in the playoffs. If you pair him with Aho and Svechnikov or Aho and Jarvis, he has got to perform better. And maybe Marner does perform better, being the arguable number, if not definitive, number 1 on a team. When he's this year was the 3rd best Leaf on best forward?
You got Matthews, you got Nylander, Tavares, and then Marner were the big 4.
I would put Marner over Tavares at this point. Tavares is another
old.
Tavares is old, but Tavares has 75 points last year and is a center. So maybe another one of these short videos will come out about him. Rather who?
The center.
Yeah, take the center.
We need the second line center more than we need a bona fide winger.
$14 million, so go take Nikolai Ehlers instead.
I'd also rather have that.
But overall, if the Canes sign, I'm gonna say if the Canes sign Marner to a $14 million 4-year deal, I give the Canes a B-. What would you give him?
It depends on how he performs. If he does the exact same thing in the playoffs, then, in my opinion, this is a terrible deal for Carolina. Here's my reason. Carolina, this offseason, has the chance to sign a lot of different players, either through trade or through signings or through, offer sheets or anything. They have all the options in the world.
Yeah.
The Canes don't struggle with regular season points, and that is what Mitch Marner is about. The big thing. If he does not pan out in the postseason, there is no point in this. We need postseason performers. And that's another real big reason that I'm just like, do we really want him? Because he, again, as I said earlier, 3 goals in the last, couple postseasons, going back a couple years. He hasn't been the one scoring. And yeah, you can look at the Toronto Maple Leafs as the problem. Maybe Rod can fix that. I don't see it yet. It's possible, but I would want to go for a more safe option.
Yeah.
So, grade-wise, if it ages well, if he does score in the playoffs, I'd probably grade it like a B+, maybe A-. If he doesn't, because of the options that you have right now, it's like a C-, C.
Yeah. I'm still keeping mine at that B. Well, hope you guys enjoyed the video. Make sure to click the subscribe button down below. Let us know your thoughts on the Mitch Marner situation. Should Carolina sign him? Should we let him walk? Or, I guess, not sign him, not let him walk. But yeah, let us know. Thank you guys for watching again. And as always, guys, stay crazy and peace out.